people going south the Lord, God of Abraham, to the land that's flowing with milk and honey, they cannot be stopped. To the rising sun, there's a star in the east, shining up in the sky, shining out so bright, it's supernatural. I am a bulldozer. I carry the sling of David. I'm a lion king. A lion must fall down. Jericho walls must crumble. To the rising sun, there's a star in the east, shining up in the sky, shining up so bright it's supernatural.
For Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. We have come that the will of the Most High may prevail. Radio Biafra is unorthodox. The way we do things are markedly different from how others do it. We are under divine instruction. We have come that IKECHUKWU may take control of these very proceedings this evening, for we are nothing without him. O Elohim, IKECHUKWU purimi ihe niile. Unto thee we repose all that we are. Do not allow your children, IPOB, to be put to shame. Do not allow us to be devoured by the hands of the wicked. Do not allow us, O mighty one, to fall prey to those who do not know thee. You will deliver us, not because we are righteous, but because of your mercy. Hear our cry and our supplication. We are not armed. We have not killed anyone. We have not jailed anyone. We have not done anything at all to warrant the level of destruction and carnage being visited upon your children. The same way Israel suffered, so is Biafra suffering today. And if you, Elohim, can deliver Israel, so will you deliver Biafra. That is our hope. That is our anchor of everything that we hold dear as a race and as a people. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them. and for their sake, Biafra will come. Israel lost people, and today Israel is here as a beacon of hope in a land filled with darkness. We beseech thee, O Elohim, because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. We have come to honor your holy name. We have come to praise thee. We have come to honor thee, that your name may be glorified, adored, and praised forever and ever. He said,
without fear before our enemies, we have sworn an oath to restore Biafra, or we die in the process. There will be no retreat and no surrender. If the option they give to us is to seek our restoration by violence, every living thing living in the zoo will be destroyed. All the animals will be destroyed. It's a promise and a pledge we are making to them. They must understand that we just don't love our country. We are fanatical about Biafra. We will do everything one of the two must happen. It is better for this heaven and this earth not to exist than for Biafra not to come to pass. We dedicate it into the hands of Chukwu, the creator of the heavens and the earth, because only him decreed that we should exist as a race, and only him has the say to decide and to determine if we are to survive or not. We don't rest our hopes in any man. We don't believe that any country can do anything for us. We are going to reaffirm our faith in the supremacy of the creator of the heavens and the earth, Chukwu, upon to whom and in whom every glory and honor belongs to. That's why we worship him and nothing else and no other. We worship the one true living God. That is who we worship. That is why we were created. We are not like any other people. We have been chosen by Chukwu to serve him. We have been chosen by the creator of the heavens and the earth that we may serve him. That is why in our names it contains every praise imaginable. Every praise imaginable to the Most High is contained within our names, because we are very special people. We are here to reaffirm and reiterate that. We are here to ensure that this very march towards our freedom cannot be hindered. Any obstacle on our way, real or imagined, man or woman, adult or child, anything it is, once you are an impediment to the restoration of the sovereignty of Biafra, you will be destroyed completely and totally. In every way imaginable. We do not forgive. There is no forgiveness in our dictionary. We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. It is to them that I owe every ounce of loyalty and obligation. They are not here to offer any advice or to ask us to forgive Gowon. They are not here to ask us to forgive Haruna. They are not here to ask us to forgive the Yoruba people and the Awolowo family. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being starved to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwu determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish, because we are his own. Despite all our iniquities, despite all our sins, he made us in his image. He gave us that very edict to worship him, and that is what we do every blessed day on this radio station, without fail and without the fear of any human being. Talk less of an animal in the zoo. We are here to worship Chukwu. For those who don't understand what Chukwu means, he is the creator, the supreme creator of the heavens and the earth. And to him we
na mmadụ abụrụ Chukwu. Onye si na ya bụ chi, ya meke n'ife ji bụrụ Chukwu. Onye si na ya bụ chi, ya meke n'ife ji bụrụ Chukwu. Maka na ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma. Ọnụ na-ekwu na mmadụ abụrụ Chukwu. Ọnụ na-ekwu na mmadụ abụrụ Chukwu. Onye si na ya bụ chi, ya meke n'ife ji bụrụ Chukwu. Maka na ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma, ife n'ụwa si na chi adị mma.
Yes, fellow comrade and lovers of freedom across the globe. This is Biafra Alpha Power Media International, and we're reaching you out from United Kingdom. Apologies, there's personal circumstances that warrant us to come late. Wasn't feeling well. But as this program has scheduled, I have to just come on air briefly. For those that have been waiting, their ears are itching. Tonight, we're continuing with the episode 005 of Who Sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what we're going to do tonight is going to be very simple. I'm going to read a couple, stuffs here and play some videos to Biafrans to get our people, because those that are behind the adoption of Mazi Nnamdi and the perpetuity of Onyini to remain in the SS dungeon, they are raising their ugly head. They're not hiding it anymore. It is there in public domain to people to grasp. Like we normally do here, anything we say here is been proven. Tonight, the very individual, everybody does not know his face other than the one, he has not been in any live video. I see a post that said today that they're going to get him on a video. If we all remember, one of his pictures circulated all this while before we unveil all his picture with his family members. And now, as we are going forward, we're going to get him on a video for all the atrocities they have committed and continue to commit and continue to mock the name of our leader. This evening, and like I said, my name's Mazi Umeh, and I reside here in United Kingdom. I'm one of the principal servants of the indigenous people of Biafra here in UK and North London, to be precise, as a coordinator here. And like I said, what we do here is definitely is only to to guide our people in the path that those that have gone astray are those that are concerned that want to you know redeem themselves from the servitude they have put them into. And it's 47 minutes on top of the hour here in UK, past 9 minutes, 9 o'clock in the 9 p.m. and the same 47 minutes on top of the hour 10 p.m. in Holy Land of Biafra. It is a quite unpleasant one this evening for me. Not really feeling well, to be fair to anybody, but I have to do this. So, like I said, I just want to point out one or two things. This particular program is designed. The first person that told us how Mazi Umeh was sold is the faceless animal. They call themselves Chinasa Nworu, and everybody know he claimed to be the DOS member. That is not his assignment in IPOB. Is Middle East rep, and which this evening we found a response from the Israeli coordinator, which is I think Castro Nkume, and I'm going to put it up here tonight. I'm just going to go through that. And another thing, the mischievousness of this guy, what this guy have done over time, mocking Mazi Umeh. I'm not going to play his recent audio. It's irrelevant because there's so many things he said in the past. I want to bring you back from where all this problem started. When they start to narrate those that are trying to put Mazi Umeh behind bars, they forgot what they have said in the past. Who set the path? What brought us to where we are today in Biafra land? It is one mistake. They disobey Mazi Umeh. Is the same guy that came up on Radio Biafra after Onyendu suspended the sit at home, the ghost town in court, that Onyendu says suspended this until further notice. They defile our leaders' words and went ahead and announced that particular menace that have now turned Biafra land into a desolate place, and they were telling you what they are doing underground because they created the criminality in Biafra land single-handedly. I'm going to go back. I will backtrack a little bit to listen to some of the things you've said before, because this program is going to continue. Like this is episode 005 of this whole Sword Mazi Umeh. Is incumbent that we understand what we are doing here. Everything we do is documentary, because at the end of the day, even our forebearers are going to one day upload this as an archive and listen to them, because we are actually doing an expose that concerns what IPOB stand for. Now, before I go forward, I want to show some couple stuff on the screen before I continue. Based on what is going around, I want you to see. This is what come out first. I hope some of you remember this particular write-up. And this one they call a GO4. A GO4 is in dilemma. I would never do any program again because a GO4 is sacked from IPOB. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. If you remember, Chinasa Nworu wrote this in his Twitter handle, and some of the media rats shared it, where he said, exposed Biafrans all over, Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we must always up against the evil plan. There is a heavy plan by some Igbo politicians to assassinate Barrister Ejiofor, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and one of the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to throw more crisis into the Biafran struggle. And who is this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sibling referring to? Probably Kanu Takano. Kanu Takano is the one doing something visible. And Ejiofor, for life of me, is not a member of IPOB. But what they're telling you is everything he do, he tried to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his siblings in every criminality that he mentioned. And Ejiofor himself, I want to say it here tonight, Ejiofor should be in the village doing the native doctor. Ejiofor is supposed to be a native doctor, because what he's fighting for is actually the issue he have with the Emeka for is in note that they are fighting for Onowu of their village. Some of you that know what Onowu means, when he's have this, I think, how should I put it in English words? Is he the mouthpiece under the king in every village? So I don't know what he calls, no calls in, to be fair. But that's what he's fighting for. For some of you that is paying attention to this, and he goes on to say this plan have been concluded and plans supposed to carry it out before the end of the on the end Mazi Umeh Kanu court trial. There will be a plan to throw more chaos into the Biafran struggle. Accusing fingers will be pointed against the leadership, claiming that IPOB are into crisis, and and so forth and so forth. But the point I'm trying to make here, he made this is misleading to people, and he mentioned Onyendu's siblings. Everything he do, he attach it to Onyendu's siblings. Ejiofor does not represent IPOB. I want to make it clear to everybody. This guy has been propagating lies all this while because he's not visible to people. He's pseudo. Nobody knows who he is. He's hiding and causing problem. They started everything they're doing. Now, Castro. First, some of you remember who Castro is. Castro, I still a friend with him in Facebook. And this evening, there's a marvelous, write-up that come out from him. And I think I'm going to touch on it because this is a response this guy has gone out. China Sanwo is supposed to be the Middle East rep, which is Israel falls on Middle East. But he couldn't do anything. Now, he has gone on air wire talking against Israel because Israel was the only country that, protected our leader, and our leader made a claim to that. Everybody knows what happened when Onyendu surfaced in Israel in 2018. And our heart was gladdened. And Onyendu was given a very warm welcome and treated as someone that is fighting for his own people, regardless what is going on. And today, this guy came openly here making, the statement he's making is actually, is very, very, detrimental to the struggle. But I know that our sympathizers will understand that these people does not represent IPOB in every shape or form. Even making reference to Trump. Trump presumably is going to emerge as the next president of America. You are throwing tantrum to this very individual. Something you understand. Only you have appeared in political. You don't make open statement that you don't understand. If you are not there to destroy, but I'm not saying anybody's paying attention to him. But those people that do not understand the stand of IPOB and our leader. Now, this publication came this evening, and it's coming from Mazi Umeh itself. I think I need to get a little bit of it. I don't want to dabble into it. I'm not going to be able to read all of them because, to be fair, like I said, I'm not feeling well. But because I've scheduled this program, I said I'm gonna come on air. So and play some videos and audios. Then I'll reschedule the program to give extensive on really what I want to do. This is like a preamble. This is episode 005 on the Who Sold Mazi Umeh. Tonight I'm going to play some old video. But before I go forward, this is what we see this evening, and it says the China Sanworu's interview. Mischaracterizations of fact by Castro Nkume, coordinator IPOB Israel. And he goes on to say, we applaud at the misleading and grossly misrepresentation of fact by China Sanwo in his recent interview granted to Radio Biafra and circled on various online news blogs. In the same interview, Mazi Umeh had, among other things, accused the government of Israel of their refusal to grant our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, of his asylum claim in the country. Please be informed that nothing can be further from the truth, as the interview was an exercise in mischaracterization, and hence it has become of imperative not only to set the record straight, but also to punctuate holes into his false claim. This is coming from Israel coordinator. You know, as I say, I received this evening, and it's on Facebook as well. It is to be recalled, Nnamdi Kanu, upon his arrival into the state of Israel after the bloodbath and attempt to his life by Nigerian army, was accorded the respect and privileges befitting his status as the high-profile nationalist and a leader of a struggle for the emancipation of his own, of emancipation of his people by the receiving state. While here, Mazi graced quite a number of symposiums and seminars organized by various segments of the Israeli society, including hundreds of her older citizens who lived through the unfortunate Nigerian Biafra war inside the cities of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. This is the coming out for, because I know Nkrumah as well. You know, I've been friends, and I know someone that knows him in UK. They grow up together and all that. And he will remember when he went to Afari Quebec in 2017. These are men that, and he have not been spoken all this while. But this evening saw this, my heart gladdened, because it is about time people come out to speak. You can't just keep quiet. And he goes on to say, Mazi was not just guest speakers at various events organized here, but was also courted by the Israeli press, which we know, national television, where we granted dozens of interviews, both to the print as well as electronic media. The press were not alone. Mazi was also a visitor to various international organizations and institutions, including the Tel Aviv University UN office in Shanami Street and Amnesty International, among others. Because I need to read this, because the shenanigan has gone too much. This guy, what they do, they go against everything Mazi can believe. And Mazi Umeh, you have done marvelous well. Let me see if I can read up this. And he goes on to say, his stay in Israel, however brief, was action-packed and received widespread publication. It then flies in the face of common sense that such a high-profile figure, whose action and activity made international headlines, would be denied asylum, which only made it open to us that state of Israel protected him. And somebody will be lying against our leader like he's a dead man. For whatever reason, in the contraventions of the spirit and the letter of the convention of, the convention, is that contravention of the spirit and the letters of United Nations, then Convention 51 of Refugees and Asylum Seekers, a fact made more special by the fact that the state of Israel is home and refuge to nearly 100,000 refugee asylum seekers fleeing wars and repressive governments of their home state, among which as Biafran. How Chinasa reaches his uninformed conclusion is not only deeply disturbing, but laughable. Interestingly, our leader was even billed to address the Israeli parliament. The next is Knesset, but had to cancel the appointment at last minute so as not to interfere in the election billed for the same month, which is very, very, I remember when Bibi was campaigning, when he lost. So it's very, very important we understand the reason why Onyende couldn't attend it. It's very important not interfere. The word interfere is very important, because when you make an international statement on political, you need to be guarded. That's why when you speak again, or coming out to attack Israel, even attack Donald Trump, imagine these are people potentially that will help us. But this guy is actually trashing them, with only being uninformed and you know nothing about what he was talking about. Just, I will play some of the audio. That's why I say, but we not let it wash. Very important. I will continue, please. As far as we are concerned, Israel is the only country whose leader has openly called out the double standard and the conscience of the world on the matters concerning the ongoing suppression and oppression ongoing in Biafra land. In the recent time, we saw with Bibi said it openly. He said it openly and is on tape. And there's this our brother that has been campaigning vigorously as well. But thank God that our brother and Kume man up to do this. But it's very important people pay attention. Hence, we cannot afford to remain in different why such malicious lies and are bedded around as we speak. There are IPOB agitators in their hundreds who are currently enjoying their protection of Israel, and because he's not aware, bear in mind that this animal is the so-called, that is why he failed in enemy ratification. He said it only suspended him because he could not do anything. He divided Israel. But like Mazi Umeh, I know that Mazi Umeh, whatever is happening today, I cannot vouch, but I have to read this and I have to continue. Now he goes on to say, Israel, and not forgetting the part Israel played during the mindless and unconsciousness Biafran genocide by the way of providing relief, material as well as medicine to the children programmed for the annihilation by the Nigerian government. The world understands our leader to be one impeccable and irrepressible spirit who cannot be caged, however, tempting to offer not for him to comfort zone, sorry. Told you I wasn't feeling well. Synonymously with the corruption Nigerian politician class addicted to. There are favorite lights, why there are people languishing in squandor. A classic example was the attempt to cage him by the kangaroo court of the judge who grant him bail moment before the assault on his home. Records show that Mazi Kanu was already in the process when he left Israel in pursuit of the burning Biafran dream. Interestingly, we are not forgetting the fact that his travel documents were confiscated by the Nigerian authority, yet he effortlessly made it back to Britain. Nobody asked how that happened. There is no way this seamless process could have been processed without the blessing of authority in Israel. Bearing in mind the processes through which he arrived here. All of us knows this. But God will not allow this man to get away with the crime they have committed. We at the IPOB Israel understand Mr. Nworu's passion and do share in his sentiment, hence because he's an Arab man. Our eagerness to overlook his apparent lack of tact. Unfortunately, he cannot afford to be more Catholic than the Pope, as he does not reside in the state of Israel, of course not. The logical thing to do was to request a detailed explanation of Mazi's engagement, why here, and we will do so well to furnish him with all the details. Very important. Finally, for the clarity purpose, may we remind Mazi Umeh once again that not even the arrows and the security of Britain, where our leader also doubled as citizen, could keep this contemporary of is this, what is it called? He said, chauvinism trap in the place as well aware that his adopted and rendition back to Nigeria did not occur in Britain, but in faraway Kenya. Should he or anybody desire to know more, they should not hesitate to contact the coordinator of IPOB in Israel. Like I said, Mazi Umeh, I have to read this verbatim because it's very, very important that our people understand. The reason why I read this particular publication now, because it is very, very severe and is detrimental to our struggle. Onyendu said it open, that the state of Israel is the only state that protected him. Openly, on live broadcast. But China Sanwo-Olu choose to ridicule and mock our leader. And he asks, who is this person? Who is this China Sanwo-Olu? Nobody knows who this guy is. Nobody sees him. I can't come out as I'm talking right now and be bold enough to be on camera and speak to those morons that come out and be talking about China Sanwo-Olu and Echema. None of them, it doesn't matter enough to be in the video and speak. Because as I'm speaking to you now, I could decide to turn my camera off and be yapping. You know, maybe doing something, you know, doesn't make any sense. But why engage you, engage listening to what I'm saying while doing something different? But as I'm talking to you, you can read my body language, if I'm lying or not. He is not man enough. Even the day they open so-called Biafra, is it BTV fraud they opened? That's nothing like BTV. It doesn't exist. They say they have app. I don't see the app. Go and check the app in Google Play Store. It doesn't exist. The idiot was saying yesterday that they have channel 1, channel 2. I don't know who he was talking to. You don't know that we are into IT. Are you that dumb in this social media we are living? We educate you properly. Forget about when you guys are using OBS to broadcast. OBS is in the dustbin. All these things is gone now. You understand what I'm saying? You come, we educate you. Very important. So like I said, the reason why it's important that people understand where this guy, everything that have happened in IPOB in recent time. I played his voice yesterday when I was with Talan family. He knows his limitations. When even before they announced the sit at home, he shouldn't be him. That's where all this whole thing started. Because there was an argument. Then he opted out that I will take that bull by the horn. Allow me to be the forefront now. This is how China Sanwo-Olu came to make that announcement, as the degree of that announcement supposed to be Chikedozian to make it. Chikedozian did not do it because he take a back seat and he said, I will do it because already they have disobeyed our leader. And Chikedozian understand that when you disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he understand the detriment, he understand the consequences of the disobeying our leader. It's against our code of conduct. He signed it. But China Sanwo-Olu, because he's pseudo, nobody knows him, he's fetchless. And now his contractor, they've destroy IP. Today he's begging people to come back. And people will come back. People has been blackmailed wrongly. Some of them you have killed. Akwara Mende you killed. Many of them you have killed, including the consul. Because if you go back to the consul's death, your hand is in it. We have all this record, but I'm not going to go in depth on it. Because he go after his younger brother. After the guy passed away. He still have the temerity to go after the consul's younger brother. What I'm going to do, like I said, I wasn't feeling well, but I have read Umeh's press release that he has this evening, right up he did this evening. And another thing I want to see this. Let me see what is this again. Now, this is about our leaders' court case. Look at what they said. And there's something again I want to read. It's important because of the content our leader. I have to read it. This is some ignorant people think IPOB cares again about being proscribed. After all these years, we have come to the knowledge that Nigerian will not deproscribe IPOB until Biafra is restored. We must channel our energy where it is needed, know it, and have peace. And you can ask yourself, this is someone that claiming that leadership, and you think that IPOB prescription on IPOB domestically, yeah, the other countries might claim that might be playing dumb, but they know the consequences because a Nigerian have a sovereignty. When you see him ranting, he does not even understand what he's talking about. There's something I'm going to show you here. When Home Office pull up a publication against IPOB here, against asylum seeker, they were meant to. What Home Office meant to do was
if not because they were threatened. And that threat, you will hear some of them saying that we lost case in United Kingdom. They don't even know what's going on here. They don't understand how the structure of UK work. We went to court in UK here. They didn't even have clue what was going on. It was televised on national television. They didn't know what it was on YouTube. They didn't even know what was going on. Now, proscription of IPOB, even though Britain, we told you that they don't believe in it, other country will play ignorant. But Britain is the one engineering. They know what they're doing. And that proscription works in Nigeria because Nigeria is a sovereign state. It is a domestic proscription. Internationally, they might be playing dumb. But Britain wanted to act upon it. I will show you here in about 150 pages of paper that Home Office released, I think 2.0 on 2022. But IPOB followed them up that we're going to sue them, and they retract their step. I want to show you where this prescription is mentioned. And this clown is telling you that he didn't care because nobody's hiding somewhere. Nobody knows who this guy is, But at the end of the day, they know why. Because of the prescription of IPOB, that is what gave the Nigerian government the power to bring their military in our land. You moron, if you don't know. It's domesticated in their Nigeria is a sovereign state. I thought you say you know what you are doing. Okay, so let me just show you. Let me show you to you where prescription is very, very important that you must pay attention to. For someone, because ignorance is not excuse in court of law. It must be educated. Now, this particular 2.0 Home Office. This is just a screenshot of it. This is about 150 pages. This is exclusion on 2.2.1. It says IPOB proscribed as a terrorist organization by Nigerian government and the member of the group. And it is paramilitary wing, the ESN network created in December 2020, have reportedly committed human rights violation in Nigeria. Right? Now it says, see IPOB, see indigenous people of Biafra, bracket IPOB, and the various media articles and activities and clash between the state and IPOB. Even they mention Mossop there. For this guy does not understand what prescription stands when he's domesticated in Nigeria. That is why they're rolling tank in our place. Because he's benefiting from it, so he wouldn't care. He don't know what it stands for. He don't want to know what it means. So I just want to clear that particular part. Now, there's something I want to upload, please. Yeah? Because it's very, very important. I want to upload this particular because there is a memo they wrote. So I want to say something about that memo tonight. Regardless of the time and whatnot, it's going to be on record. Let me go back and get that memo. But I'm gonna just gonna be like a short break. I need to get it. I didn't upload, like I said. This evening was a big head kiss for me. What we are doing here is not that easy. Is this a bull? Is a complete video? Sorry, there's a lot to do on the background that some of us don't realize. So give me a minute, please.
Asilie umuwa nasili ewo nasile rikanoa. Asilie umuwa nasili ewo nasile rikanoa. Umungoke no katabulu nasile. Umumwa izu katabulu nasile. Umwaka no katabulu nasile. Umwi bezelukene nasili ewo nasile rika. Asilie umwipe nasili ewo nasili rika. Asilie umuwa nasili ewo nasili ajoka. Umumwoke no katabulu nasili. Umumwa isu katabulu nasili. Umwaka no katabulu nasili ewo nasili rika.
Yes, welcome back. This is still Biafra Alpha Power Media. My name is Mazi Umeh, right here in UK. Like I said, there's a particular press release I need to, touch tonight. Like I said, this particular program is going to continue because it's important that our people understand what we are doing. This is episode 005 on who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because based on now, who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how do we know it was 9 million? The same faceless animal told us. Now, I want to say something here before I start reading this particular press release. It's important that our people understand the position we are in. This is the people that told you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Like I said over time, the both sides of the aisle have got nothing to offer. And all of them have their own different agendas. They all wanted to, they jump on the bandwagon, want to be relevant with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. All of them that have cutting deals and getting money from the zoo government or different quarters is because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, this particular memo was issued, and the person that is sending this, someone that was placed under IPOB, was paying. A man powerful lives in Ghana, selling. He has a shop where he sells phone in Ghana. He was under monthly salary, which our people in Italy can provide evidence of money that was sent, because they think all the money that was sent, there's no evidence. That's why they were looking for account to close. All this is documented. Like Nnamdi said, everything is documented. Now, look at what they said. IPOB opposes, it's not IPOB, the resumption of Kanu's trial at Abuja High Court, February 8th. Maintain that the Supreme Court justice misled justice by squashing the appeal court judgment. IPOB press release. I want to say this is not IPOB. This individual does not represent IPOB. I want to ask you one question. What is the problem why somebody will say they are opposing? Because they squash, and whatever. The Supreme Court has now go back and telling that IKECHUKWU have already analyzed this in legal terms, what this means, until we go back, because Onyendu have no case to answer. Everybody know that, and they knew it. So why didn't you push for this all this while? If you know we are not going to get justice. It's getting to 3 years now. Onyendu has been over how many months? Over since now we are in February. We're in February. Before you know it, almost it's getting to 2 years, 2 years and 7 months. Onyendu was kidnapped. The which of course is involved. You know, the day Onyendu was kidnapped, he's on audio. So the question we're asking now is that why are they opposing this particular move? Do you know why? Because they don't have any business with our leader any longer. I said it before, the history have repeated himself. What happened in 2015 now is happening again. And we ask, the people that they say they're working underground, and now they're talking about, they said mishandled justice. They said mishandled justice by squashing the appeal court judgment. Oh my God. Now, and they go back to say the global family movement of, not IPO, but they don't represent IPO, led by Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They always put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu name. But I want to tell you why they put in this press release is because now they have no business with Onyendu.
And because, let me say this to you, the plan, the A game was that they will not release the verdict on Supreme Court. They will hold it there. Then Onyendu will remain in DSS dungeon perpetually, and now they will gallivanting around and be collecting money from the so-called zoo. And this guy they call Emma Powerful, including China Sanwo and Chike Dozem, they're all working for Hope Uzodinma. Everything they say is what Hope Uzodinma is projecting. We know that this Jagaban is playing game, but it does not concern us. And to be fair, we have no business with this individual anymore. The legal team, thank God, prior before then, the native doc Ejiofor went into their radio and where they threatened to kill people and said that Onyendu have the right. And Ejiofor, forgetting how he get to IPOB to become a lawyer. Obete was there before he came to the back door. He was nobody. And we can see his life today. If he has problem with his kinsman, let him go and solve it. He's not a member of IPOB. If he work for IPOB, he will get paid. He extorted money from IPOB, even keys from IPOB members. A lot of people dying in his house. Why? But none of his family member was hurt. Onyendu, at least when they went to Onyendu's house, his first cousin died there. Jack died there. Some people say that Onyendu parents died. And today, there's something I wrote on my Facebook. Somebody came there and I screenshotted that person. I laughed. Even it is Kanu that poisoned his parents in Germany. You know our people, yeah? I say, woe betide our people. If Mazi Nnamdi can lay curse on our people, you know, there's nobody, no man on earth can reverse it. If Onyendu, as Onyendu has been praying 7 times a day, that he said, during the longest psalm in the Bible, the day Mazi Nnamdi can will lay curse upon all of you. I don't know what happened to this generation, or even beyond now. His 2 parents died in Germany. Why did they flee to Germany? Why a king of Afaruku Ibek left his kingdom and ran for his life, and that is not enough for you, and died in exile and was brought back home. It's not enough for you, right? Like I said, but you see, God knows how he does things. So anybody that read this, first question you ask them. So he said the global family and movement of IPOB, of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, able by our indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maintained that the Nigerian Supreme Court justice derailed and mishandled justice by squashing the appeal court judgment in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. The judgment came up to the world as a big surprise. All Nigerians and non-Nigerians have great doubt about the Nigerian judiciary. Is it now you know this? So you just woke up from the reality that you know that there's no justice in Nigeria. It's now you know. But all of you has been gallivanting all this while. So why now? We've been in it, so let's continue doing it. But because you're not part of it anymore, because of your agenda that you guys set up, because you guys have been feeding large with this whole lie, all this while. Been feeding people with lies, but now the lies, the point is that you guys have, you know, our people, when you cut a snake, when you cut a snake's leg and you'll be struggling, but you end up dead. This is using your last breath that you guys have. Your misery is what you guys are demonstrating out there. That's what I said. I'm not going to play China Sanwo-Olu's voice on the last broadcast. I'm waiting for him. Let him continue, because everything he has done, we have them. So let him continue ranting. His rant doesn't change anything, because everything he says, when he come on air, after 10 minutes, he repeats everything he has said before. Nothing different. Nothing different. So now the question is this. So which way? Let me try and get something here. Now they know that the living judgment on this matter, even as Abuja High Court commenced the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on February 8th. This is following the orders by the Supreme Court. Is this minority justice ruling? The Supreme Court of Nigeria delivered a confusing written judgment against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on December 15, 2023. The compromised judge encouraged Nigerians who thought they were independent and courageous men at the apex court, and it showed that ordinary men cannot get justice. And but the point is that this is junk, you know. So, but what I want to prove to you is that they say they are opposing it. So when you see the word opposing, the opposite, which is I think is even wrong because it's showing me right here when I put it in words. So yeah, the opposite is the wrong one they put there. So I just correct it. You know what I mean? And judgment as well. The format of how they use words. So now, like I said, only thing I take here is that opposing. Why are they opposing? Is fundamental question. What have they had to offer to our leader? So how do they want to get Mazi Umeh? They haven't got a clue because the communication is blocked. They don't need Mazi Umeh communication. So that brings me that I'm going to play a couple voices of China Sanwo-Olu tonight. For some of you that are listening to us, what we are doing now, we are now reminding them as this program, as his projection of this program, we are in episode 008, 005 now. It will continue because I'm not doing this program because I want to, prove anything. But this program is designed to expose what their plans and what they have done and what about to do. Someone who told you that Mazi Umeh was so 9 million. Give you details of how the transaction went and who those were making calls. And the same person told you that the day Mazi Umeh was kidnapped, he was on phone with our leader. Those clips we will play, but not tonight. But I want to start from where all this problem started. How we get to where we are today in Biafra land. I want to play the audios to you. Some of you have forgotten, but we don't forget. Because at the end of the day, I say, you will forget, but internet never forgets. We will remind him as we projection on this program. But tonight, I'm not going to be long here because, like I said, I came late and wasn't feeling well. But this program have scheduled and it must be done, like I said. So let's listen. And probably I'll say one or two things, but I want to just remind some of you who does not know what is going on.
Now, when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home.
Yeah, for some of you that are listening to us tonight, I know some people have heard this voice before, but it's important to you to remember the problem we have in Biafra land today, even with the prescription of IPOB that the world never adhered to domestically, but the main problem where brought us to where we are today is because of this particular voice. And this guy was the person that announced that sit at home. He said he got a message from Onyendu to suspend the sit at home. This is after they have announced it, but Onyendu suspended the sit at home 72 hours. We didn't start doing sit at home from 2021. We started sit at home from 2016. Our former deputy leader supervised it and they worked out for us very well. Without questioning what Onyendu said. But listen very carefully because we have to go back to Genesis from the basis where the position we are today in Biafra land, the menace in Biafra land. This is the person that put up all this. This is where this whole thing started. I want you to pay very close attention.
We should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask. When we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send messages.
Now, he have lied about our leader. He said, after due consultation, if you have any consultation with Onyendu, why would you now be saying, now, after he said this, listen to what he said. Do consultation with who? Onyendu told you to suspend the sit at home 72 hours. That is why Chika Paul Doziem, the chronicle of a saboteur himself, because he was on the background. I played his voice with Umada Highway yesterday. He knows his limitation. He doesn't man enough. Even when a G4 drafted the memo they were acting upon today, he could not use our letterhead because he did not know Onyendu's position there. The same thing happened on sit at home. But the genesis of the menace in Biafra land today started from that sit at home. They disobeyed our leader. That's where all this whole thing started.
That they sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported them, because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced they sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack.
The spoken word, it is not because of you. You did not start sit at home. Sit at home was instituted by IPOB, by our leader. And guess what? People hacking to it because that was, we presumed that it was the voice of our leader. But it wasn't. Because he said that Onyendu was sending message, everybody was reluctant. So what if it was Onyendu, as you say, will do consultation? Why would you feel reluctant to do what your leader told you? Do you see the genesis of the word of reluctant? Go and check it in your dictionary. That disqualify all of you to be a member of IPOB is against even written our code of conduct. When there's order is given by a superior, he will act upon that, then complain later. Not alone, our leader give you a standard order. Everybody was reluctant. Why I'm playing all this audio? I have about 6 different audio here, if time permits me. Or the ones I couldn't play, I will continue with it. I have to revisit his voices before now we came to what is happening now. To be fair, I'm not in a hurry with them because I want him to understand. As he continue to rant, they will continue to send him his old voice because what he's saying right now does not hold any waters. He doesn't have any stand where he's talking. He's in his last breath because they know they have lost every flank. Anybody claiming leadership, Mazi Nnamdi can say, Mazi Nnamdi can say that Chike Doziem if he's not here. But Onyendu have a structure. If you believe in Mazi Chike Doziem, but you won't believe in head of finance, that is not, it does not done anywhere. That is not how the structure is being structured. If you want to follow Mazi Nnamdi structure, you must not add, you must not subtract. You will not do it when it suits you. You will have to do it absolute. And that is where I stand. Some people are, I don't have any case with you as an individual person. I don't know you from Adams. The only thing that make me and you know each other is because we were an IPOB. Other than that, I don't know you and I don't want to know you. To be fair, with due respect, I'm saying it loud and clear.
They sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the Chike Doziem and Chinasa Woru, they don't listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying.
Yeah, but that was bad because it's proven. It's proven by IKECHUKWU's memo that you guys disregarded it tomorrow morning. But when IKECHUKWU sent message about the sense at home, that because the first time they tried to, to install this sit at home again, to only send a message through IKECHUKWU, whoever was doing it, they couldn't get any hold. You couldn't hold waters because of that strong message from IKECHUKWU. None of you objected it. So why would you object the memo? This is where we're holding you guys accountable on your own evil because you guys are shooting yourself in your foot. Like we said, we don't say things, we took your word. and give it back to you. Very, very important.
That they disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke.
Yeah, but he said it here that Onyendu was sending message, everybody's reluctant. That's why I said the guy said things and forget them. The reason why I decided to start afresh on this guy is that because of this last episode, they're going to die in a natural death. Yeah, we have to help them. We have to help them to hang themselves by themselves. That's not what's about it. As he goes forward, we'll be coming with all his voice. Don't worry.
Because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasa Nworu and Chike Doziemo. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we must always listen to him. Whether
you have already disobeyed him already. Stop wasting your breath. Let's go to the next video.
With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision?
That's
something
mockery.
He sees may affect him.
He's mocking our leader, the state of our leaders. He's mocking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's mocking him. He's been mocking our leader for months. I think this is 2022 audios. So I want to bring them back.
Or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order.
Did you hear him? IPOB leadership. He asked him, can this guy come out and explain to some of you who does not understand the structure of IPOB, what does he mean by IPOB leadership? Because when people say leadership, who is the leadership? And who instituted you guys to be the leadership? Who appointed you? Who do you answer to? You're not taking every orders. This is his words. Because today they have come back to start begging people after they have completed the project, they collected money, but now they want more money. Now, probably the zoo government is not giving them money that they're coming back to you that they kicked out to come back and still giving them money. All the money they have collected, iPhone, they have not accounted for them. They have not.
What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Let's move to the next audio.
the kind of detention somebody is equating to that you don't take orders is the time when messages passes from one hand to another before it gets to the leader. Now, we have been in this struggle. We work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask the lawyers. There are messages, if they bring it, we told them this message is not what we expect.
Now, I want people to pay attention because it's very, very imperative that we have to understand where our problem started. Every single thing centered on disobeying your supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IKECHUKWU said that we must always project our leader that is in charge. But this guy have the nerve to come to Radio Biafra, analyze his leader, the supreme leader of the radio. That I heard him saying that Onyendu, all of them joined Onyendu on radio as if that it was his father and his mother that were the people that actually opened Radio Biafra. You don't know how to establish company in the United Kingdom and the processes to do that. It is not you. Now, even the history of Radio Biafra that we all of us know, that Owazwike went to America one time for lobbying. They told him that he should go back to the village to deal with the people in America wouldn't do anything with him. because I knew the people that were involved. I spoke to them. He came to UK here. Onyendu, they talked about Radio Biafra for 6 months. The money wasn't his money. It was money from myself, right? After that, he left. Radio Biafra stopped functioning. Mazi Nnamdi kind of picked you up with his own money. Went bankrupt here. This Kanu, all of you are calling names today, was on the background in the UK, was living here in UK with his brother. Both of them was funding that Radio Biafra single-handedly. Even the former deputy leader have said it. That when he found out our leader was sleeping in his car in Tesco car park in UK here, is on record. He said it with his mouth. So I don't understand. Everything is centered because what brought us to our knees to where we are today is that you guys come out publicly, disobey Mazi Nnamdi and come on the radio that Mazi Nnamdi has bailed with his blood and the blood of our comrades. He come there as well and malign him on that same radio. Tell Biafrans how you don't take orders from Mazi Nnamdi. And how do you think people will take orders from you? The person that put you in the position that you are, you don't take orders from him. Then how do we think that I will take your orders? That put all of us in where we are today. The reason why I want us to understand where our problem started from. It is not personal, but it's just a fact.
That means the message might be diluted. We now use our brain and decode the remaining things we have to do. That is why we are.
Yeah, it's decoding the messages. That's why you are where you are today, because you refuse to follow instruction. It's not you got the two balls to go to the zoo and meet Onyendu in the SS dungeon. Since you don't, and when you finally sent Benjamin in Madibu, what did he say? He came out and told that Onyendu is angry with the so-called DOS. Majority of your Onyendu is very angry. And you know what? When Onyendu is angry with you, you know the consequences and you know what he means. Everybody knows how I did react on things. So that message was clear. We'll continue. Let's go to the next video, the next audio.
International.
There are many people who have refused to respect and obey this IPOB structure. Some people went home. They said, because it's only Mazi Nnamdi I will respect. When he is out, I will come out. But let me give you a message. Mazi Nnamdi also take advice from the IPOB leadership. We do advise each other when we have things.
I mean, I'm not saying our leader is a man that gives ears. Onyendu is a man that gives ears. But who is this very individual? They give, I'm not going to say that Onyendu don't take advice. Onyendu listen to people. But why all these things you're saying? This is your words. What was your agenda? What do you mean to achieve by saying all this on the platform that govern IPOB? In there, you degenerating your own self, thinking you are harming Mazi Nnamdi. Nobody will take you. I want to show you the decadence of these people, what they have caused, things they have said in the past. Because people have ears, they listen. They listen. You might say something and forgotten about it, but people keep records. Everything you knew about Mazi Nnamdi, you have said it open. You told the world. Because the last thing you want to see Mazi Nnamdi come out, because you knew that if Mazi Nnamdi come out, I don't know where you're going to be. So that is why you're fighting tooth and nail to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi either he's been held, now you tell us he's going to be jailed. You have projected so many things about our leader that never came to pass, which we are going to play their voices on the course of this whole thing. Because I have to start it all over again. Because I know you'll finish. So use your last breath now and be ranting like a mad dog, but it's not going anywhere. Anybody you go to now, including Hope man, knew that you guys have lost your dignity in sense that you don't have any communication with Mazi Nnamdi. The G4 that was your leader, because the G4 was your leader. You wrote a memo, you wrote a news, what is it called, guidance principle, and gave to people. You guys have been operating on it. And you guys know that you don't represent IPOB. Biafra community is what you guys operate upon. Because IPOB, we don't discuss our audios outside. That is what IPOB, how IPOB was structured. You was the first person that come to that radio and start talking about internal affair. Start mentioning people's name. All these things, we have them in audio. I want you to continue. I'm going to do this in another 10 minutes or so. I'm done.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is somebody who takes advice. Put in your mind, you have closed every door to even work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I know when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out, you go to him and tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because you were not there, I didn't want to work. And if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell me to work with you, I will tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I won't work with you.
And imagine China Sanwo, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to work with him and he won't work with him. And you would remain in IPOB the next day. I said, like, this guy have said a lot. But I wanted of us to go into sober reflection. Retrospect is to what we need to go into right now. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to work with him, you told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not work with him. This projection has been there. This same thing happened 2015 when they get the signal that Mazi Onyendu will not make it alive, that they start talking anyhow. The same thing Clifford Irwanya did. Omiomio wasn't vocal against Onyendu. He mind his words. But this guy they called Clifford Irwanya was doing exactly the same thing this guy is doing right now. Though we know who Clifford Irwanya was, we can see him being in audios, in videos, we know who he was. But the difference between Clifford Irwanya and this moron is that this guy is a wimp. You know, a rolling lion is a wimp. He's shouting like a mad, insane dog, but he's scared to death. You don't have two balls because you live in the desert. You know, all these Arab have messed up with your backside. That's why you talk from the both sides of your mouth. So to be honest with you. Let's continue.
Because if in your absence, you don't respect the leadership, you don't work with anybody in the leadership. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out, you come to work with the leadership. We won't work with you. It's as simple as ABCD. And he will understand our stand. Because you can't insult. We are building a nation. We are building a country, an institution. Now, at the end of the day, if Mazi Nnamdi, what of if Biafra comes today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu retire, that he said he don't want to be the leader, a new leader emerge. You say you won't respect that place, then you go home and you sleep and close your mouth shut. It is stupidity and the ignorance. Anybody opening his mouth anywhere and say, I don't listen to anybody, only Mazi Nnamdi. You are stupid. When you are making such comment, it doesn't show that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That does not what it means. It shows how stupid and sad.
People were saying this because people know you are phony. There's no leadership. Onyendu said, I have 3 plans. My deputy know 1. Those close know 2. And I know 3. I will implement them. That's why you're running like a mad, insane dog, thinking that he knows everything. Just like what I read this evening. Mazi Castro and Kume, the Israeli coordinator, have responded to all. They left you all this why, you know? Because the problem I have is that so many of people know what happened. They don't want to talk. That's one guy in UK here as a coordinator. He wrote something on my Facebook the other day. And I responded to him. Bro, you know what happened in UK? You called me on phone, spent almost 45 to 1 hour talking to me what's going on. You knew that things were going sour, but he had no courage to come out and speak against evil. The code of conduct gave you the right to say that, question them, but you wouldn't do it. So it is quite mind-boggling the way our people reason. And now I get to understand why Onyendu was very, very hard on us. And he said our people are docile and imbecile. And as day goes by, it become more evidently to you to now grasp why because our leader says anything our leader say come to pass, and he see beyond me and you. Very, very important. When you listen to this guy, you'll be wondering, who is this person? What has he contributed in this struggle? Absolutely nothing. One day he didn't know when he opened his mouth and said that that Onyendu suspended him. What this guy have done in IPOB to undermine everything that have to bring anything beneficial to this struggle. Nothing else. Abundance of the mouth, we shall know them. What comes out of his mouth, you will know. Nobody have got courage to speak ill against Mazi Nnamdi. I've been honest with you. Even Clifford Weller could not go this far. Because we follow them up on their own time.
Fish and ignorant you are. Because Mazi Nnamdi is not only him, it's IPOB. It's not Mazi Nnamdi that it is the IPOB made Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi lead IPOB to the glory also. Trying to say only when Mazi Nnamdi will come out, you come back to the struggle, that is for you. Remember, most of you, we have marked many of you. There are some of you who have, because Mazi Nnamdi had problem. I'm not asking you to respect me. I don't need respect from you. Respect the institution. Respect the structure of IPOB. Some of you who come and talk rubbish on social media talk, you are not even up to my younger sisters. You are not even up to my younger sisters. Some of you not even up to my younger brothers. You are not even up to my cousins. People who respect us. We have a lot of people who respect us. You are nobody. But you come, you put your mouth, because talk is free. You come, you demonize the leadership. You think tomorrow, if when Mazi Nnamdi come out, you come, you say, because that time Mazi Nnamdi, that time you go and walk in the office of Mazi Nnamdi. If he takes you, you walk there. If he don't take you, you take your bag and go home and sit. Biafrans and all the lovers of freedom, we have stayed very long on this program. I didn't.
Biafra Alpha Power.
Like I said,
There is nothing of as such. Nobody Nnamdi asked to recruit any.
like I said, we are going back on we backtracking from the beginning of the whole saga. Very, very important. We're not even any stone unturned. So this is it says a court. But let's listen to a couple. This is the second to the last, and I'll call it a night because
anybody for him. Nnamdi have already set up ESN before he was being adopted in Kenya. Nnamdi is not recruiting anybody from the DSS dungeon. Nnamdi is not recruiting, and the ESN is not recruiting. So that people don't come. Last time when ESN met.
That's quite relevant.
Alpha Power Media International.
Let's listen to this.
All of you used to see it. They come on social media. They will sack Chikedozium. Onyendu will sack Chikedozium. He will sack the DOS. All of you are seeing it. Am I the one saying, is it not all on social media? These are distracting the struggle, and they are being controlled by government fifth columnists. They don't know some of them don't know what they are doing. Some of them knew. Mazi, for 1 year plus, when Onyendu, everybody remembered it. For 1 year plus, when Onyendu was caught, IPOB case, do you understand me? IPOB proscription as a terrorist group in the Nigerian court of law. It was there. Everybody could remember when we fought for this, when we fought for that, fought for this. Please, let peace be there. At the end of the day, which date did they get us for the next court of appeal for our case? 16th October. Do they want us to clap for them? Whoever got the case, whoever got that date, do they want us to clap for them? Because most of them left what they're supposed to be doing as legal practitioners. They are interfering in IPOB. That is why they got us 16th October 2023. And from Monday that they are going to visit Onyendu, any of them that comes and write rubbish This night, IPOB media warriors descend on that particular person and tear him apart. If you finish tearing him apart, I'm going to throw you on ground. You come out this night, Mazi. Whether you are IPOB lawyer, whether you are special counsel to Makachineke, I am saying this thing this evening. From Monday, IPOB members, everybody listening. If you see anybody, whether it is Onyendu siblings, whether it is any lawyer, he says he's representing IPOB. He comes outside on social media and writes nonsense that will affect the struggle. Every media warrior descend on that person. If we find him on social media, we don't find. We will send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because we send ESN on ground to pursue him. Because they are the one causing trouble in this struggle.
Yes, fellow comrade and lovers of freedom. Like I said, I have nothing to say. For those who does not understand Igbo of listening to this program, because this is an international station, you know, he came out openly and threatening people with ESN. That ESN are going to kill them. Now, he was talking about people that are cutting deal with Hope Uzodinma, giving the funny thing is that when somebody is telling you, giving you information, if I sit down here now, I'm talking about China Sanworu dealings without giving you evidence, you need to ask me a question. You will say, how did you know? Like he said, so everything he has said, what people are doing, how people are making deal, even how Mazi Umeh was sold 9 million. Have you asked him a question? How did you know if you are not part of these people? How did you know? So he's saying that the people that are cutting deal are mentioning Mazi Umeh, but you are in Mazi Umeh's belt platform. The whole world is listening, threatening these lawyers with his siblings that you're going to use ESN to kill them. And he said he doesn't care about the proscription. I just read it to you. This is 152 pages or 51 pages of Great Britain Home Office produced against IPOB proscription. They wanted to stop our people from getting asylum, which Onyendu said we don't want asylum. But because we wanted to take them to court, they have to backtrack on that particular issue. But it is there black and white about the proscription. And I'm weighing on ESN. But now you are in a so-called Biafra radio threatening people. It's on record that China Sanworu threatening that as they have used their media worm to blackmail people, that's not enough. They will use ESN to kill those individuals. That is the word of China Sanworu. That's one thing I want you to take into account. Like I said, I'm not playing any of his new audio because it's quite irrelevant. Because as you are listening to this, if you follow up this program from when I started it, but the reason why this episode 5 is different is because of the position we are now. Because as I stand now, they have got nothing to do with IPOB. They have got no contact with Onyendu whatsoever. So the game is we have gone back to the basics now in a different in a very different dimension, if I use that word. So that's why you see them fighting like a mad, wounded lion, right? So I will make it clear that it's on record because you see, like I played it tonight, every agency as well have it. This is part of the things they have said. They have contradicted our leaders so many times. So many times. It's because we are here. So, like I said, I don't have much to say. And thank God that I could be able to come on air at least to do this evening, this night. It's almost it's 1 minute on top of the hour, 11 p.m. here in United Kingdom, and the same 1 minute on top of 12 midnight in Biafra, in Holy Land of Biafra. And it is a privilege. We have called to serve, and we will serve diligently. And what we do is to keep that fire burning. And I thank the Israeli coordinator, which is Mazi Umeh, for coming out and putting all this succinctly put write up and response to the cowardized beast called China Sanworu that try to destroy every meaningful thing that have built. But Chukwu Kabiama, Onyendu said, like I said, this is the era of 100 men. The prophecy is very clear. What do we ask yourself? Do you fall in that realm of 100 men? Because Onyendu said, after everything, the hardcores will remain. And like I said, we will continue with episode 006 of this Who Sold Mazi Kanu. $9 million. We was not even aware. The same man told us is in audio. Like I said, we continue to unveil it because we will hold him accountable with his own words. Anytime he said something, endeavor to ask question. How did you get this information? That is what they call fact checking. If it is not fake news or try to blackmail somebody or try to now nail Mazi Kanu into the coffin. This is my word to every single IPOB this night. And Chukwu Kabiama is there. He's the only one that can see our hearts. I have no enemy individually as a person. The only thing I have problem with is when you go against our do's and don'ts and go against the oath we have taken. Because so many of us have sold their blood on this. Anybody that remember when I told them that when they came out to urinate in the grave of our people, most especially to desecrate our Faruqi Bake, they contradicted riffraffs. Now, one of the persons that carried this particular onslaught, his mother passed away. He could not announce his mother. It was one of his former comrades, so-called media worm, that made it public. We have all this evidence. We don't have time. Just you guys knew. I want to let you guys know there is nothing you guys do we don't have in our archives. I will do a program for all the so-called media worm one day. I will have 2 or 3 episodes for them. I will remind them their words. It's not about doing things and you can delete it. It didn't go away. You adapt. You must understand that once you make any pronunciation you make on Facebook, on any social media, you cannot control it. I thank you all for listening. May Chukwu Kabiama continue. You can hear my voice is very, very awful. May Chukwu Kabiama continue to preserve and guide and incubate our leader, an entire household in IPOB, the genuine one, and even those that have gone astray. Regain your 7 senses. Some of us were blackmailed wrongly, but it doesn't bother us because we know we're on the right path. Because your blackmail means nothing to me. You know, you're blackmailing yourself because you're making idiotic of yourself. You can't blackmail me because I know that if you know one thing I have done, like I said in UK here, numerous meetings I recorded, I have it as my archive. Like the day I'll fail, I'll put it out here and analyze it. Simple as that. And people's face will be shown. It's not gossip. So I thank all of you for listening. And it's still Biafra Alpha Power Medium, and this is critical analysis on who sold Mazi Kanu for $9 million. I thank all of you for listening. May Chukwu Kabiama incubate all of us. And it's from me from here. It's good night from United Kingdom. There will no much again.